Hi, welcome. Thank you so much for being here and joining me for this reading. So, if you are ready for your reading, you can go ahead and check out the timestamps below. But yeah, I would like to tell you a little bit about what I'm doing here. All right. So, this is a reading. We're asking for messages and messages about self care that you don't need right now. So, if you are great with your self care routine and you know just how to nurture and nourish and parent and take care of your needs, I don't know, maybe there won't be messages for you here. But as someone who just really struggles with that, I don't know, I feel like I just kind of wanted to put this out there and see if it resonated. So let me know if this was let me know what you thought about the reading. I would absolutely love to hear your thoughts on this, because I know like self-care was something that I really struggled with. So, I'm just kind of wondering, where are other people at with that? And was this helpful, But yeah, so I will be asking, are we doing a sort of energy check at the beginning? So you'll know the reading is for you if that part resonates with you. You can check out different piles if more than one pile calls to you, or whatever, trust your intuition above anything and above everything, right? So let me go ahead and introduce you to the piles. I did choose the Empress, just because, the Empress is somebody who knows how to take care of stuff, how to nourish, how to nurture, So in this journey of self-care, I hope we can embody the Empress energy. So, for pile number one, I chose the Empress from the Pamela Coleman Smith or Rider-Waite Tarot. And for pile number two, chose the Empress from the Wild Unknown Tarot. For pile number three, I chose the Empress from El Tarot deck. And for pile number four, I chose the Empress from the Luna Soul Tarot. All right, so go ahead, pick your card, and I will see you at your reading. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, pile number one, or those of you who chose the Pamela Coleman Smith or Rider Waite Tarot. I'm going to go ahead and start with an energy check here, okay? So if these energies make sense to you, then you know that you are at the right reading. All right, so you do have the Nine of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles. Goodness golly, Pentacles. So right now, I'm getting for some of you, so I'm going to say, well, right off the bat, that we do have Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo energy, just a lot of earthy energy. All right, if you are not an earth sign or whatever, don't fret. I'm guessing that it's just that your material realm, like your physical wellness, like the thing that's gonna need your attention right now, that you're trying to take care of, is in your material world. Okay, so that might be, assessing like your work habits, taking care of yourself in a more like financial and stable way here, and balancing. For some of you, I'm getting like work-life balance. All right, very much. And also like your body, right? Like your physical body, like how are you nurturing and nourishing yourself, right? Because what I'm seeing here is that, I mean, like you are being asked to welcome in this Nine of Pentacles energy. I'm getting that right now. You've been really working hard on your coin, working hard to take care of yourself. There's just like a lot of, like I said, right? Like just you might be like a very career oriented person, right? Like that's the big energy right here. Okay. You might be really focused on, sustainability, like taking care of yourself is what I'm getting, right? Like not needing anybody, like, maybe you're learning, I'm getting some of you might be learning how to parent yourself, okay? Definitely getting some messages here from, like we have grandmother here, okay? I'm getting some like, I don't know, for some of you, it feels like it was just like, it's you inherited this work ethic from your ancestors about like working hard and kind of, just kind of being self-sustaining. I don't know if that makes sense, right? But like, I don't know how else to say it, right? Like taking care of yourself, right? Like not depending on anybody. I'm getting this very like independent energy here, all right? But then emotionally, like there is something definitely out of balance right here, okay? I'm getting that it's, you know, with the like what you're balancing is your feelings and your material realm, right? So you might be feeling like you need some relaxation, sorry. Like you need to relax a bit. You need some solitude over here, all right? Like there's some frustrations, all right, mentally is what I'm getting, like, and I'm getting that in your physical realm, like you might even be maybe more stable than you've been in a long time, but mentally you're frustrated, you're tired, you're exhausted. I'm getting like stress and maybe even like burnout for some of you even, all right? So there is this need for you to like give yourself some grace here, all right? For those of you that, you know, have I'm just gonna say it, right? Like maybe you had a relationship with your grandmother. Your grandmother was like a more nurturing entity, like or somebody who was just like I'm getting right, like maybe like that was the person that used to take care of you, but like now I don't know, like some of you might be missing that, right? Or you might be needing to reconnect that, right? Like I'm getting like that sense of you know how well I don't know, right? But like for some people it's like, you know, even our like our own parents can be a little bit more harsh, and then like grandparents can just be a little bit more nurturing, like once it's, you know, it's like that generational thing where it's like when it's not your kid you can kind of spoil them a little bit more or something. Right? But I'm getting messages, you know, to like have some grace on yourself, right? Like cut yourself some slack, right? To like remind yourself that, you know, you are worthy of this time to yourself, that you can have, you know, you can detach from all these other responsibilities, right? Like just, you know, this work-life balance is coming in real strong right here, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead and get into the tarot of oppositions, if that makes sense. And what we are asking here is about how to start balancing this energy, right? Like this work-life balance energy, so that you can start, you know, like this self-care journey here, all right? So we have Page of Cups, you have the Ten of Pentacles, wow, and you have the Nine of Wands. Okay, goodness golly. All right, so yeah, for some of you, these feelings over here that you're trying to balance might revolve around like wanting partnership. I'm just gonna say that, okay? If it's not about partnership, you're at least thinking about your future and what you want for your future, okay? For some of you, it is this Ten of Pentacles in the sense of like a union with someone. Potentially you might be thinking like about, you know, marriage or getting like stable or having more like solid foundations, like, and you might be thinking right about like a person. For those of you, it's just like about like your own legacies that you're trying to create for yourself, right? It's like maybe you don't need somebody to create this Ten of Pentacles, right? And that's why you're over here in this very strong Nine of Pentacles energy, right? Like you are showing up as this, right? And the Nine of Pentacles energy is an energy of someone who can take care of themselves, who worked hard for what they got, right? Like you very much know how to survive on your own. So it's not like that you absolutely, it's not like you need somebody to complete you, right? I'm getting that like you know how to complete you, but now you're kind of thinking like, I don't know, do I want to share everything that I've worked hard for with somebody else? Because there's more pentacles over here, right? Like what's after the Nine of Pentacles? The Ten of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles after self-sufficiency, there's this, you know, leveling up energy. And like I said, for some of you, I am getting that, right? Like that's kind of what you're balancing over here, right? Like the, do I want to share this with someone? Do I not? But for those of you that, you know, you're absolutely sure that you're not trying to share it with someone, it could just very much be, you know, you're like assessing, you know, what you want for your future, okay? So like, what does that look like for you? And there is this need for you to bring some love into the situation and put your boundaries down, okay? Because you have the Nine of Wands here, like shadow side up, which is telling me that your boundaries are high. Like you are not letting people in, right? It's like, you know, you're so good at being strong and being by yourself, but like how are you welcoming in other energy when your boundaries are keeping other people out? With the Nine of Wands here, you know, mentally, it's like mentally you just haven't allowed yourself to open up your heart, and that's part of this imbalance and frustrations on this side. So, you know, to bring it into balance, you're being asked to get into this Page of Cups energy. And, you know, I'm gonna say the Page of Cups, you know, one, like, you know, put some love into yourself, I'm gonna say, right? Like, you know, it did come out light side up, so I'm getting is like, you know, to be more willing to offer your cup of love, or put your, you know, take little steps towards something, you know. And I'm going to say like Page energy is an energy of getting things started, but it's not always very cautious. And I'm not getting that it's like go be reckless in love, or go be reckless in how you're offering things to other people, but do right, be willing to take some risks is what I'm getting, because pages take risks, right? Like they're willing to just kind of get things going here, even if it might not work out, right? So there's just like this need for you to, you know, assess your boundaries here. Really think about, I'm getting also like for some of you, you're thinking about like past failed like ideas that you had for your future, right? Like maybe you wanted your future to look a certain way, and you haven't, and it didn't pan out, right? Like something let you down, something didn't work out, and it's like you're being asked to kind of like reflect on this over here, right? I'm getting like just a reflection, contemplation over here on the frustrations, right? So it's like, you know, sitting down with those thoughts about what you want. Okay, so how do you, yeah, so like more, we're gonna get into the tarot of the Pamela Coleman Smith, all right, to ask a little bit more about, you know, more so these are the energies that you're being asked to balance over here, and more like action steps. All right, I like action. So let's ask about the action steps here. Okay, so you have the Eight of Cups reversed, you have the King of Wands reversed, and then you have the Queen of Cups reversed. Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna say, I don't know, like with the queen, sorry, and King of Wands, sorry, like a queen and a king, like two court cards here. I'm getting that like this is more of like a reflection on what's it called, like partnership, right? Like I know I said a little bit about, you know, it doesn't have to be partnership, but I'm getting that is kind of at least in the back of your mind here, right? Like you really are considering like, do I want a partnership? Some of you might actually be coming from a divorce over here with these court cards being reversed, and the Eight of Cups, which is a card of walking away from something, right? But it's coming out reversed, so it's like you haven't truly let go of something that hurt you, right? Or like that's causing these frustrations. So like there is this need for you to release something, to process something. I'm getting to like be okay in your independence, right? Like recognize that, you know, like I don't know, like, okay, I'm just gonna say it, right? Like for some of you, like there might be some like codependency like kind of happening here, all right? So this need for you to really see your worth, really see everything that you worked so hard for, to be okay, you know, with the solitude card over here, you know? Like for some of you, like, yeah, right, it's not like that you shouldn't strive for this or whatever, right? But it's like, you know, when the time comes, it should be something that, you know, that feels right, because like you are being asked to let go of something over here, you're like resisting, right? So, you know, action steps, I'm getting emotionally slow down, all right, and mentally take care of yourself. Okay, so like worry about you right now. You know, with the King of Wands being reversed in your heart space, is like don't be so quick to charge into like another relationship, for example, right? Make sure that you're assessing, make sure that you're processing. For those of you that it is a relationship, if it's like a project, it's like slow down and kind of take little steps toward it is what I'm getting. All right, that's why the page showed up over here, because it's like baby steps, right? Not like a full-fledged King of Wands charging forward at getting what you want sort of thing. You know, it's like don't allow your heart to go like too fast, you know. Like kind of sit with your feelings a little bit more, right? The solitude kind of meditative state over here. All right, with the Queen of Cups in your mental state, yeah, definitely like focus on your self-love. All right, maybe you've been in this really, you know, taking care of not only yourself but taking care of others. Yeah, this is a love thing. But it's like it's really about, you know, like you taking care of your own needs first, all right, before you go on. Yeah, double love. Okay, I accidentally did two love cards for this, and You have 2 love cards, so this is very much like love is on your mind, or partnership is on your mind here. Yeah, goals. And let's see, I'm gonna do one more before we get into the self-care bit. Okay, slow down. What I say, homie? All right. So yeah, all right, slow down a bit. Okay, like make sure that you're taking care of yourself. I'm gonna get into the, where did I put the, oh, they're over here, sorry. All right, so we're going to get into the self-care bit, all right? So what is the self-care that you need to, like, really partake in right now, okay? So we have phase your feelings, notice the what. Okay, yeah, so yep, especially with this balancing, maybe you've been distracting yourself with work, or you've been distracting yourself with material goods and things like that. So there is this need for you to recognize your feelings with this Queen of Cups being reversed, right, as well. And then all the materialness over here, like all those pentacles, which is the material realm. So like there's this need for you to allow yourself to sit with your feelings. Like it doesn't have to be a bad thing. Okay, boundaries, it's okay to say no. Eat white and violet. Okay, look at how much you've grown, and eat orange. I want to get another pink one. Hold on. And socialize. All right, so all right, let's see what you got. Okay, so for the eat white and orange, so the orange is relating to your sacral chakra. All right, so there might be some work that you need to do around that. All right, your sacral chakra can be related to like sexuality and creativity. All right, but maybe just eat some orange food. Maybe that's something that needs addressing right now. Like kind of with the whole slow down and the King of Wands over here, like are you too eager to charge into the next thing? How can you balance that out? Can you add a little bit of creativity into your like if work is over demanding from you, where can you add a little bit of fun? Where can you add a little bit of creativity to your life? All right, white and violet, I intended that to be your crown chakra, right? So like expanding your understanding of what's happening to you. All right, so like some need to delve into, those are the chakras that are calling to you right now. Okay, and then we have, look at how much you've grown, which is 21, which is the world energy. So like things, cycles are wrapping up. All right, I'm getting that like as you deal with this, and like you're gonna be leveling up. All right, like there is this need for you to process what you've learned from anything that didn't work out, with that 10 of Pentacles being reversed back here, and these frustrations as well. It's like, okay, like why hasn't it worked, and what did I learn from that, right? Because even like actually no, especially when we're in like our deepest, darkest moments, like that's when we learn the most, that's when we grow the most, right? There's no growth without discomfort. So take a moment to sit with your thoughts and be like, dang, look at how much I've grown, right? Boundaries. Okay, so like especially I'm getting for work over here, like, or things that are over, like that frustrating you and being over demanding on you. Like it's okay to say no. It's okay to delegate some work. It's okay to say, like I just don't have the capacity for that right now, especially if work is like, I'm getting some of you like work is just really kind of overstressing you over here, right? The phase your feelings, same thing, is like this need to balance that. So like to really sit with your feelings, that's the self-care here that you need to do. All right, and then socialize. Okay, so like for some of you, you might need to, it's funny because like there's like the solitude over here, but I'm also getting, right, like sit with your thoughts and stuff, and also like, but don't like isolate. Okay, be careful between like getting into solitude and isolating. Like solitude is not isolating. All right, because like maybe after you kind of get into your thoughts and things like that, there might be somebody that you can talk to, right? That you can take care of, or like that can take care of you, or like process your feelings with you over here. The 3 is also like that kind of Empress energy. So like you might think of like who in your friend group or your family group or your soul family group is nurturing, right? And surround yourself with that energy. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up with a message from the Earthcraft Oracle. I don't know where I left the book. Sorry, I want the book because I love these cards and I love this deck so much, Earthcraft Oracle. But for some reason, I don't know, my mind, I'm just, I haven't been feeling the greatest. So anyway, sorry, not to bother you with that. Never mind. Let me move on. All right, thank you. All right, so we have accept your gifts here. Okay, So we have, it is common to receive this card when you are doubting yourself and your natural talents. A part of us always knows what we're good at. We receive little moments of clarity when doing something that sparks curiosity, joy, familiarity, and excitement. Accepting your natural gifts is like the sun rising on a new day. It brings light and clarity after a period of darkness or a sense of feeling lost. Using your gift will feel natural, as though you can't imagine how life would be without it. Doubting your gifts drains your power. If you are feeling unmotivated, lacking in energy, or confused, it is likely because you must learn to trust in yourself again, believing your ability to know what feels right in your soul. Accept your gifts. They will bring light to the path of confidence, joy, and fulfillment. All right, I love that. All right, well, pile number one, thank you so much for being here. Let me know if anything resonated or made sense. I would love to hear from you, and I appreciate any feedback. All right, thank you so much. Hi, pile number two, or wild unknown tarot pile. I'm gonna go ahead and start with an energy check. So if this part resonates with you, then you know that you are at the right reading. If this part does not resonate for you, then you should definitely check out a different pile, or even a different reading. But all right, so we're starting here with the Ace of Swords reversed, the Chariot, and the Eight of Swords reversed as well. So I am sensing a lot of mental anguish here. All right, but this wanting to charge forward in something. Okay, you have the Chariot in your heart space, so like emotionally there's something that you want to do, there's something that you want to move toward, there's like, there's a light a better days that you want to be at, okay, but you're not allowing yourself to do that. You have the Ace of Swords reversed in your physical realm, so I'm getting that there is something that your what's it called, what is that, dream. All right. Sorry, but there's something that like communicating would help you get started. Okay, like there's something that you either need to talk about, that you need to release from your mental state, right, in order to get this movement going. Okay, so if you feel like you've been having trouble sharing something, sharing your dreams, I'm getting, okay, processing your thoughts, processing your feelings, you're keeping yourself from this transformation. All right, the Eight of Swords is an energy of anxiety and stress and worry, but it's also an energy of you can release yourself from that. Okay, like you can emerge from this cocoon if you allow yourself to do that, and you just seem to be kind of stuck here. All right, with rebel and dream over here, I'm getting like, this thing that you're trying to charge forward on, with the Chariot in your heart space here, I'm getting like just like the following your dreams, and I'm getting something that might seem unrealistic, something that you are trying to break the mold from, like, if that makes sense, right? Like maybe something that hasn't that's different, okay, like I'm getting, for example, like a family disagreement, right, like diverging from tradition, right, breaking free from certain expectations, over here with the Rebel card and the Free Spirit as well, like there's something that you want to do differently, that maybe you're too worried about what other people are saying, you're worried about sharing your thoughts, you're worried about sharing your dreams, and that's why you're kind of not acting on that right now. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pull a couple of cards over here from my little deck, okay, to see what pops up. Yeah, you have family. All right, so for some of you, yeah, it might be family holding you back. Wow, okay, that is way too many to take. Setbacks over here. All right, so yeah, some family might be causing some setbacks. You are feeling like you're right in some setbacks over here, like unable to emerge, right, unable to release these thoughts, unable to talk about what you really want. Okay, I'm gonna pull just a couple more to see what pops up. Education and career call. Okay, yeah, so what I'm getting is that for some of you, yeah, like your dreams, I'm getting they might be something a little bit unorthodox, something that your family maybe just doesn't understand. Like you want to do something for a living that seems a little bit weird to those around you, or that you might be getting a lot of criticism on, right? But over here with the Free Spirit, it's like you want to follow your dreams, you want to rebel. I'm getting rebel, right? Not just rebel, right? You might have to learn about what it is that you are doing, okay? So that might be a way to get started with this, thing that you're trying to pursue. Education, learning about what it is, and maybe, that way you can learn how to sell the dream, that's the message here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get into the Tarot of Oppositions to ask about what you need to balance, right? The energies that you need to start balancing in order to kind of get this going. You have the Five of Swords, you have the Three of Swords, more swords. All right, so yeah, I'm getting right. So like we have 1, 2, 3, 4 sword cards already, and the Devil. All right. So yeah, 4 cards right here already are swords energy. So that might, you might have heavy air placements here. All right. I'm getting yeah, well, I mean, I'm getting like everything really, like Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. But overall, I'm just getting a sense of communication and learning being so important to you being able to follow these dreams, okay? So like learning about what you want to do, talking about what you want to do, okay? With the Five of Swords, this is an energy of conflict, right? And it's usually is about conflict with family. Usually you see, like more figures and stuff, but here you see like the figure feeling alone. Like you might feel isolated. You might feel like nobody has your back right now, right? And this is like a conflict slash challenge energy, right? So this, like I said, this could be, and this is in your physical realm, so this could be coming, from your family, from your friends, from people who are not really supporting you, right? But like there is the sense of like you keep looking back, right? And I'm getting this Eight of Swords energy again. It's almost like you are choosing to stay there. You are choosing to not move forward, which is what you're being asked to do over here, right? Like there's the sense of like, you know what? Yeah, she's looking back. She's kind of reflecting over here on what, maybe on what was, right? Or the things that, created, her journey is what I'm getting. But right, she's choosing to move forward, right? It's like, okay, I'm, getting up and charging forward in this Chariot energy, right? That you truly are desiring over here, right? And it's almost like, yeah, you can still consider your family, you can still consider your upbringing, your whatever, like those ideas, right? But like regardless of that, choosing to move forward, okay? Like with the Three of Swords in your heart space, it's all about healing, right? And once again, how do you bring those energies into balance? By allowing yourself to process that, by allowing yourself to, like not dwell, not close your eyes to what's happening, but welcome in the change. I'm getting even like welcome in the pain. For some of you, what you're trying to do over here might even revolve around the transmutation of pain into something creative, or like transforming pain into a sort of like endeavor that might be healing. I'm getting, yeah, like some healing energy for some of you over here. All right. As like your career call, like you have the Devil over here, which is, very much about like kind of work in the material realm, in your mental space. So, you might be thinking about, I don't know, like how to, like if you're thinking about, with this career call, like, how can you make money out of this dream that you have, right? Or how can you actually charge forward? What do you need to release? What do you need to let go of, so I'm just getting, the healing that you have to do is very much around your mind, right? Like you need to address your mental health needs, you need to address your anxiety, you need to address your stress, okay? So maybe even like learning about that, learning about how to manage your stress, learning about what is causing you stress, right? Learning about yourself in that way. All right. Because you have the Devil in your mental space really keeping you tied down. It's like what's binding you, what's keeping you bound. And it's, this is shadow side up. So like I'm getting that, I don't know, like for some of you it's like you might have a like, I don't know, like a current job or something that's keeping you. It could be like your family, it could be, I mean, a lover for some of you, because this is like the Lovers, right? But like there is something that is mentally not allowing you to embrace your passion, right? Or embrace like what it is that you want to do, right? I mean, along with yourself, to be honest, I'm just gonna say that. But the light side of the Devil would be, knowing how to work with that energy. It's like a hardworking energy. It's a charging forward, you know, like get my money energy, right? Like it doesn't always, you know, have to be a bad thing, right? Like there's a light side over here too. You know, and I'm getting, you know, with that Capricorn energy, just like that, and it's like that cardinal earthly energy of like starting to materialize things, you know, like it's in your mental space right now, but you need to start bringing it into your material world over here. And that's where this Ace of Swords is kind of saying, hey, you know, like you talking about it might be a starting point over here to start to process the, you know, the next steps. All right. And on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and pull out some cards here for you know, action steps, you know. So what are the action steps that you need to take here in order to you know, like take care of yourself and kind of, you know, welcome this in, you know, as you do this. All right. So action steps to take care of yourself. All right. You have the Four of Swords reversed. You have the Two of Wands and you have the Three of Wands. All right. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna say, I mean, I don't know. I don't even know what else to say other than like your action steps are action, okay? Because you do have the Four of Swords here reversed, all right? So I'm getting that for some of you, you have been in this period of, you know, contemplating, of dreaming up your future, of thinking about what you want, right? I'm getting, you know, with the rebel energy, even like you might even have some ideas about the steps that you want to take, but you're not quite doing that yet. So you're being asked to rise from that, okay? It's like, you know what? You've manifested, or not, you know, you've thought about manifesting enough, or you've thought about what you want enough. You've sat on this, you've shed the light, right? Like mentally, you're becoming kind of more aware, but like you need to balance that now with actions, okay? It's like, well, I feel like I'm kind of, well, I don't know. For some of you, if you haven't, then maybe that's what it is over here. Okay, sorry, I'm getting like this kind of like, you know, maybe you've thought about it, but like maybe you need to learn just a little bit more about something. Okay. Just like, sorry, I'm kind of thinking back to like the education and like this really stored energy. But yeah, like I don't know, maybe like, yeah, like talking about it, learning about it, but doing about it, right? Like there's just kind of more action here needed, okay? And you also see that over here with the Two and the Three of Wands, okay, which are very like promising cards. You know, they're also you know, like they're fire energy. They're I mean, because this would be like Aries energy. Once again, another cardinal energy of just like charging forward, to getting things started, getting things going, you know. And with this being fire, you know, getting like your passions going, allowing yourself to be passionate, you know, allowing this healing to happen and for you to charge forward by following your passions with this Two of Wands, you know. Truly, you know, like success is kind of like waiting for you, like emotionally over here, you know, with the Three of Wands. Okay, yeah, this learning thing, because the Three of Wands is asking you to explore, all right? So it's like you need to get out of this, you know, like black and gray, white area over here and delve into the, you know, multicolor experience, right? Like see what are all your options, you know, maybe learn a little bit more about what you're doing, you know. And I'm not getting like, you know, like don't overwhelm yourself, all right? Because you can get caught up in this you know, Eight of Swords energy and just kind of overthink everything. But I am getting, you know, kind of look at your options and learn about stuff so that you know what path to take over here, right? Like start merging ideas, start merging paths, start learning. For some of you, it might be important to actually take a physical trip if you can, all right? So if that's a possibility, you know, get out there, you know, explore something new, explore something different, all right? You know, if that's not super possible, you know, I don't know, watch a documentary about a new place. I don't know, look at YouTube videos, right? Just kind of learn about a new culture, like something, right? But something that's gonna expand your mindset. Learn about the trade that you're thinking about with, or the career, right, that you're considering. Think about, you know, learn about, you know, what other people are doing, or go out and see how other people are doing it, all right? But there is this need for you to explore over here, right, to help you spark your creativity, okay? So I'm to go ahead and get into my little deck of self-care. So as you're going on this journey, what are some self-care things that you need to focus on right now? Yeah, you have you have Stargazer, you have Share Your Love, you have Crying is Strength. Okay, I want to get some green ones here. And I feel, okay, I don't know why I feel like we weren't done. Okay, Mother Earth. All right. Okay, so what do we have? We have Stargazer, that's Aquarius energy and the star energy. So yeah, really the universe really trying to have your back. And you know, I was seeing over here, because you know, you have stars over here, you have stars over here. So there's just this energy of like shoot for the stars, all right? For some of you, it's just the universe trying to have your back with this Aquarian energy showing up, all right? But also, like, I don't know, for some of you, astronomy might be important, or astrology, right? Like, maybe, like, delve a little bit more into that, like, learn a little bit about that as a way to, you know, gain some introspect, or just to, you know, as you're on this exploring journey, I don't know, right? Just to kind of expand your mindset a little bit, all right? And then you have 2-3 energies. You have Share Your Love and Mother Earth, all right? So for some of you, getting out into nature, you know, back to this, like, need to kind of get out there on a physical adventure, all right? Maybe like getting in touch with Mother Earth can help you process, you know, these feelings, these thoughts, all right? I also see Share Your Love, all right? So either like share your love for Mother Earth, or I don't know, like some of you, I don't know, I'm getting like environmentalism or something, like might be like part of what, you know, you're interested in, you know, taking care of the planet over here with these 2-3 energies just kind of over here, or you know, and astronomy kind of showing up, all right? Or I don't know, Stargazer, not astronomy, but yeah, and you know, the Empress card being a tree here, all right? So I don't know, like nature might be important to you, and part of like, I don't know, maybe what you want to do over here with this career call. But yeah, and then you have try something new. That's, there you go, more explorative energy, all right? More get out there energy, because the purpose of trying something new in this here, and the way that I did it as a form of self-care, is that it can be something really small. It could be something very low risk, right? It doesn't have to be something that's going to cost a lot of money, or that's going to cost you know, a lot of time or energy. It could just be simply, right, as simple as like trying a new flavor of candy, I don't know, right? Or trying a new meal, or trying a new, I don't know, like a new, visiting a new park, I don't know, right? But it's like, it could be something really low risk, where it's like, hey, you might learn something new, see something new about yourself or about a place, and that thing that you learn might even be, you know what, I don't really like this, right? And then hey, you still learned something new. And by trying something new, is like you're challenging yourself to grow, like you're preparing yourself for taking, you know, slowly taking bigger risks here, you know. You do have laugh, pray, and cry, so over here. So you know, for some of you, you know, some of this mental anguish over here, you know, maybe that's part of, you know, that miscommunication that is happening, or that you're not really sharing, like not sharing your feelings, or not like allowing you to process yourself, not allowing yourself to process your thoughts over here. So allow yourself to cry, allow yourself to feel, you know. I'm getting like watch a feel good movie, right? Something, I'm getting like, you know, like a sad happy comedy, you know, like something cathartic. But you know, like how there's like those, I don't know, I can't think of anything, but you know, like there's those like shows or movies that is like they make you both laugh and cry or something, you know, like that kind of thing. Allow yourself to like try new things like that. But I'm getting overall like just getting in touch with your feelings, right? Because like you do have a lot of you know, passion and kind of this need for action, as well as, you know, this very mental energy of like learning and thinking and overthinking. So there's just kind of like this need for you to also include some feelings in this, is what I'm getting over here, you know. And pray, all right? Just like, you know, with the universe trying to have your back over here, you know, with the stars, I don't know, like I'm just getting this energy of like, you know, hey, you know, ask for support, you know. And by pray, I don't mean in any denominational way. Like if you have a denomination that you subscribe to, and like a religion that works for you, or a practice that works for you, great, right? Like you can pray in that way. But praying doesn't have to be you know, the way that, you know, you were taught to by an institution, right? Like prayer can just be, you know, praying to the universe, praying for yourself, you know, like being grateful, like showing gratitude, showing, you know, respect for Mother Nature, for those of you, right? Or like showing, you know, even vulnerabilities is what I'm getting, and asking, right? Like asking the universe, like, hey, I'm kind of tapped out here. What can I do? What can I do to, like to process this, lack of familial support over here? Or what can I do to really get this started, right? Like asking for a sign, asking for, because I'm getting, the universe is trying to have your back, but it's like, are you allowing yourself to receive this, So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and get into, sorry, I just want to see, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get a card from the Earthcraft Oracle here. And let's see, and I'm gonna read from the book, all right? So you did get a womb. Yeah, see, you're trying to, okay, all I'm saying, it was like you're trying to give birth to something, right? Like this project maybe is like a job that's never been created before, a career that's never been done, right? And that's why you're kind of scared, because you're rebelling against society, like trying something new over here, but it's like you're trying to birth it here, right? So it's like, yeah, take care of yourself so that you can truly get this thing started. All right. Your womb is pure potential. It is the portal for all creation. Anything that has ever happened in your life or ever will exist can be born, transformed, and healed through the sacredness of your sacral chakra. So your sacral chakra might need some healing. All right. The womb card has come to your reading to awaken your sacred ability to create and heal. The process of creation and healing are two sides of the same coin. Didn't I say earlier that like some of you might want to like do some career around healing over here, So yeah, create this healing opportunity. All right, to create, one must imagine something that has never been, this rebel energy or rebel energy, right? Rebel. To heal, one must be willing to embrace a new way of being. All right, so yes, okay, like I hope that made sense, all right? Like, embrace this new way of being, okay? Like, it's gonna come for you, but, take care of yourself first. And good luck with this new project and this new endeavor, all right? Pile number 2, if anything resonated, please feel free to let me know in the form of a like or a comment. I would absolutely love to hear from you. Thank you. Hi, pile number 3, and those of you who chose La Empress from El Tarot deck, welcome to your reading. All right, we have the 6 of Wands, the 4 of Wands, and the 8 of Cups here. All right, and I am starting here with an energy check. All right, so if this part of the reading does not resonate for you, then I would say definitely check out a different pile. All right, and if yeah, there might be messages for you. Speaking of messages, some of you might be literally getting messages. All right, but what was I saying? Sorry, messages distracting me. Interesting. All right. But yeah, so you might have messages waiting for you. Okay, I don't know. That's just that was that. All right. I also, okay, you know what? Speaking of messages, I'm just gonna say this. You can take this part or leave it. All right. But as I was kind of getting ready, I don't know, I'm getting the sense that this is a very musical pile, all right? So if music is important to you, or something, I don't know, like, and I'm just gonna say, like, I don't know, I got Suspension Without Suspense by No Doubt in my head, really like strong. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, it's a great song, right? I don't know, or maybe No Doubt it was a part of your life, or I don't know, or maybe there's messages for you in that song. It's Suspension Without Suspense. So I don't know, but the message was there. Okay, if you want to take it. All right, so we have, let's go back to this. You have the 6 of Wands reversed, you have the 4 of Wands reversed, and then you have the 8 of Cups, okay? You have Change and Celestial, which actually, with Celestial, oh my gosh, I really feel the need to get the book, because I remember that there was like a very specific message about like switching things up that aren't working for you, which the Change and the 8 of Cups over here are really suggesting, okay? So you know, mentally, like there might be something, let me find the book, but mentally, right? Like there's something that you are, you know, this with the word disillusionment over here, right? Like something that maybe like let you down, something that I'm getting broke your heart, right? That you are trying to separate from, all right? You have the Four of Wands reversed, which it could be a potential partnership, all right? I'm just gonna say that, or a potential union. It could have been like a spiritual union, okay? Yeah, sorry. Okay, sorry about my, let me just turn this off right quick. All right, sorry. um, okay, sorry. I just got the message that for some of you, like somebody might be trying to hit you up and it's like time to move on. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Like don't let the past, oh my gosh, what is it? Don't let the drag you by. Weep not for the memories. I will remember you. Sorry, I can't sing for shit. Sorry, I can't sing to save my life. But what is that? I will remember. Sorry. Okay, see, musical pile. Okay, you're a musical pile. All right. Like I'm just like my mind's just been kind of in this really toony mindset. I don't know how to explain it, okay? And I was not like that for the last two piles. So, all right. Sorry. I just really wanted to read this because I feel like I remember when I was studying this deck, there was something, okay, hold on. There was like a message here. What was lost? You're out of balance, overly focused on physical and mundane realities, worrying about the future, reviewing the past, preoccupied with everything but the present moment. You've lost perspective and even more so feel lost, such that simply living has become merely surviving. It's time to remove the shackles and burdens of your troubles and worries, regain a greater perspective, and restore the relationship between your physical self and your higher self. Shed your troubles for a while by standing on the ground and releasing these energies to Mother Earth, thanking her for receiving and transforming them. Refresh your sense of immense boundlessness of the universe by gazing at the stars and the limitless celestial realm for a few minutes, taking it all in as you breathe slowly. Let your imagination roam, let it be boundless. Imagine how these light beings, these star people, are an important part of our ancestral heritage. Make it a point to do this as often as you can to stay in balance and connected to the limitless universe before your eyes. We do come from the stars, all right? So, okay, sorry, that was, I love that. That was beautiful, right? But really what I was thinking about when I was trying to like pick up the messages, I hope that there were messages for you in that, all right? And then you didn't just have to like deal with me reading. But with the whole like you've lost perspective and even more feel lost, right? So like this need for change, right? Like that's kind of what I was like getting over here, you know. The Six of Wands, yeah, it says privacy over here, so maybe you've been a little bit more isolated. But with the Six of Wands, I also get an energy of okay, I hate to like put it this way, and I wish I had like a better way of framing it. But feeling looser-ish, okay? Like I'm not calling you a loser. I'm not saying, right, like that you are that, but that you've been feeling, right, like a little defeated, right? Feeling not in, right, the Six of Wands is a victorious energy, right? There's just like this sense of you feel, oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, somebody's trying to get in touch with you. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna, I don't know who it is, but somebody's trying to get in touch with you. I don't know. Listen to, I don't know. Maybe listen to the universe. I don't know. Sorry. All right, but yes, okay. You know, there is this change. There is something that you are needing to walk away from over here, okay? Whatever it is that's causing you disillusion, whatever it is that's over here, you know, like not making you feel great about yourself, all right? You know, you do have privacy, you have retreat, right? So there's this need for you to kind of take a step back, okay? And then you have give and listen, all right? So I'm gonna say, you know, listen to messages. Maybe it's some time to kind of you know, maybe take a step back from the world, you know, like take a break, make sure that you're resting, that you're I don't know, I'm getting like not letting like the world bring you down with it. I don't know, you know, for some of you with this give, I'm getting also like volunteer. I don't know, like maybe there's something that you can volunteer at, something that's gonna make you feel good about, giving in return, but like not like over giving, just kind of, I'm getting just like volunteering. Okay, I don't know if that makes sense for you or not. If it doesn't make sense for you and maybe you've been volunteering too much of your time, maybe like that's just not for you. Okay, but yeah, it's like you're desiring this change, but you are still in walking away mode, like you haven't quite finished walking away mentally. There's something that you haven't fully let go of. There's something that still needs switching up here. All right. So, if that resonated with you, let's go ahead and we're gonna ask the Tarot of Oppositions how you can start, balancing this energy over here, so that you can start kind of feeling, better, more in your power, and kind of processing this, this change that you should be welcoming, and whatever it is that let's see what comes up. Oh, okay, wow. You have Nine of Pentacles, you have the Moon, and then you have the Two of Wands. All right. So yeah, for some of you, yeah, how do you start balancing your energy? By recognizing, recognizing your worth, right? Like the Nine of Pentacles showed up over here, light side up, right? So like there is this need for you to think about everything that you've worked hard for. Think for everything that you have accomplished, that you have achieved. Remember that it doesn't have to be just, material gains. I'm getting, like think about any passions that you've, kind of delved into. Think about any spiritual growth. Think about any emotional growth. Have you made growth in the self-care department? Have you made growth in how you're relating to others? Have you been able to, process walking away from something or changing things up, or better at listening, whatever it is, right? Like celebrate yourself is what I'm getting. Okay. Like recognizing, this, recognizing your worth is really, right, like the message, like whatever it is that you've been working hard for, it's like you are on the I was gonna say like receiving end of it, right? But it's kind of like you're reaping the benefits. There you go, right? It's like you've put a lot of work into things, so it's like now you get to kind of like reap that, right? It's like you're not feeling great about yourself, and I'm getting that is because you're not actually like stopping to recognize everything that you've done, right? It's like that's what you need to do, right? Like think about the hard work that you've put into things, that things are in, where you are now, it's coming from, maybe like hard work, maybe from pain for some of you, right? But it's ultimately coming from, like you've put the work into things, so yeah, if you're feeling a little stuck, you're feeling like you're wanting to change things, I'm getting also like, hey, whatever it is that's caused you to grow, like it can continue to happen and cause more growth, like kind of keeping on your journey, right? Like I'm getting like this is a great level up. Nine of Pentacles is a great level up, but you can still level up to be, like the Queen of Pentacles. You can still level up to be the Empress or the Emperor or the King of Pentacles, whatever it is, right? But like there's still further great level up. You still have further level ups waiting for you is what I'm getting. Okay. There is this need for you to get in touch with your feelings. Okay. Over here, maybe it's like listen to your heart. I don't know, sorry, I feel so cheesy in this pile. Are you do you like some wine with that cheese pile number 3? But sorry, oh my god, I'm sorry. but but yes, okay, like the Moon shadow side up, it's just like you need to delve deep into your feelings. Like I'm getting shadow work over here, okay? Because this to me says like you're keeping feelings from yourself. You're not stopping to recognize your own things that are bringing you down, maybe like parts of your shadow side that you need to bring into balance. Okay, so I'm definitely getting this need for you to do shadow work as a part of healing and as a part of self-care. All right, and I know that that sounds kind of daunting and scary, because it is, right? It's hard to face the dark parts of ourselves, but like remember that as you do shadow work, it's not about vanquishing anything. It's about saying, oh, okay, like maybe I react negatively in this way, and then it's like once you learn to recognize, oh dang, I react negatively like this, and it's like, oh, okay, well then I do it because of this, and then you get to work with that energy. It's like, oh, okay, like, well, it's because I feel like I've used this example before, right? But it's like, oh, like why do I make myself small at a meeting, right? Like with people, right? And And then it's kind of like, oh, okay, well, these people are making me feel unsafe, right? Or like, for whatever it is, right? And it's like, oh, okay, well, I feel unsafe, so that's why I make myself small. And then it's kind of like, oh, okay, well, like, is my safety really a threat, And it's kind of like, you can start working with that, right? Like, shadow work doesn't have to be, it sounds scary, but it doesn't have to be scary. And it's ultimately, right, to help you feel stronger, right? So I really am getting this need for you to explore, right? To rise up from the pits and, kind of rise up over here with the Two of Wands to like charge forward towards success, to explore new ideas, right? Like, success and climbing higher in elevation, like, is waiting for you, all right? I do feel like, yeah, I do feel like for this pile, shadow work is like a big part of like the message here. Okay, I'm just gonna like throw that out there. Okay, but yeah, like also mentally exploring different venues, mentally exploring different opportunities. Like there is this like kind of need to learn. I'm getting, I'm like more with this listen. I'm getting, I don't know, for some of you maybe getting in touch with nature, definitely getting in touch with yourself, thinking about the things that you are trying to change, in the sense of like, why are you trying to change them? And that might be some of those feelings over here, like, why are you craving that change? Why are you leaving behind certain things? What are the things that cause the solution, and how can you switch that energy up? Okay. Like those are some of the messages here. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and ask about, action steps. All right. So what are some of the action steps that you can take here as you kind of work through these changes? Okay. So we have the Nine of Swords, fears. I'm getting facing your fears right away. Wheel of Fortune and lies, and then Four of Bitcoins. And the hashtag does say overspending, so just kind of like as a side message, some of you might need to watch your money. Just yeah, just that's it, right? Check your bank account, make sure everything's chill. Check your overspending if you're overspending. All right. Side message over here. Okay. But yeah, like shadow work. All right. Like I don't even know how else to say it, because you have Nine of Swords slash fears, and then you have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Okay. So to me, that's this need for you to get in touch with the things that are plaguing you. The Nine of Swords is about, like right here it says fears, right? So anxieties, what's keeping you up at night, what's not working. Like, you need to recognize that, you need to get real with that about it. And I know that that does not sound like self-care, so we'll get a little bit more into like the self-care that you actually need to take as you process this. But like I said, shadow work is actually, like, to me, is one of the biggest forms of light work that you can do, because it's ultimately what's gonna, it's just like a strong form of healing, right? And like getting in touch with those scary things, getting in touch with the things that haven't worked out with the Wheel of Fortune. What's hurt your heart, because this is in your heart space, right? Like, what are those sad emotions, the lies that maybe you've faced, the lies that you've been told, the lies that you've told yourself, even, is kind of what I'm getting over here. Like, but there's just this need to recognize that, so that you can truly move forward from that. And I know that that sounds scary, but I keep saying that, right? But like I said, I don't know, right? And hey, this is all suggestions. I'm not telling you how to live your life. If you're not ready for shadow work, then you know that, right? But it's like I'm getting, like this change energy, and I'm getting like change your perspective, change your understanding of this situation, change your understanding of the past hurt, in order to transform it into a growth opportunity, into a chance to learn about yourself, to like recognize your strengths, right? Like that kind of situation. With the Four of Bitcoins, or like this is the earth energy, with the Four of Bitcoins being reversed over here, like there's more energy of release. Okay, like you have release up here, and then you have release again, because the Four of like Pentacles, or Bitcoins, or whatever you want to call it over here, in this way, it's right, it says frugal, right? So it's like about hanging on. It's like, dang, like I worked so hard to get here, how can I let everything that I worked so hard for go just like that, right? How can I switch it up? How can I, but it's like, hey, this isn't the end all, right? The Four of Bitcoins is not the end all. You can have more. You can have your 10 of Bitcoins, right? You can be your, right? Like this is a similar, this is still Pentacle energy, right? So like you could be this Nine of Pentacles. I can take care of myself. I can take care of business energy, right? So there is a need for you to like release certain things. I'm getting take a couple of risks, you know. I mean, I would never, you know, say anything about like, you know, careless risks, right? Be calculated, be careful about the risks that you can actually take. And that might be why like this overspending message came in, you know, because it's like, don't take any risks that are gonna, you know, financially you know, hurt you, right, or cause more woes. But you know, there is like this sense of needing to kind of take a chance on things here. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get into the self-care bit, see what cards pop up for you. Okay, so we have inner child healing. Okay, we have meditate, we have I am a survivor, eat blue, I couldn't read that, fire, and remember that embarrassing. Okay, yeah. All right. Sorry. Okay. So I'm going to start actually with the green ones, okay? Because I feel like those are kind of littler things that you can do here. So you have inner child healing. Well, littler things, and then I get into inner child healing. All right. So for some of you, like this shadow work that you are being asked to do might revolve around inner child healing, okay? So like, what does your inner child need? Maybe it's like learning how to parent yourself, right? Like maybe it's about processing, you know, what your inner child wants, right? Like, why are you not feeling great? What are those goals that you're trying to achieve over here, you know? Like the letdowns I'm getting, you know? And then you have I am a survivor and eat blue. Okay, so with blue, I did the eat blue, I did intend it to be, right, like the throat chakra over here, right? So like, you know, you have berries, plums, tea, butterfly pea tea. Have you ever tried that? You should try that. Look into it. It's called, there's also butterfly pea gin. Anyway, sorry. But anyway, yeah, but I did intend it to be like, right, like relating to the throat chakra. So you might need to, right, like practice vocalizing your needs, practice talking about things. You know, some of you might need I don't know, like connecting, processing with somebody, or processing with like a counselor, or I don't know, something like that, right? But I feel like I kind of touched on this and I didn't like actually say it, I think. But the whole like I am a survivor, right? Like with this recognition of things that haven't worked out, kind of moving away from like victim mentality to like survivor mentality, right? Like not just kind of like, you know, oh, woe is me, I went through all these things, but like, hey, you know, look at everything that's happened to me and I'm still here. Look at everything that's happened to me and I'm surviving, right? Like I'm doing things, like I am, you know, and I know that, you know, sorry, I'm getting the bug. We want to do more than survive. Anyway, but sorry, teacher stuff. But you know, like, yeah, you know, yes, you know, you want to thrive and things like that, right? But like, if you're gonna do that, right, like, start by kind of thinking about, you know, everything that you have done, and then like, you know, you're still leveling up, all right? Keep in mind that you're leveling up, all right? You know, with the 11 here, and you know, it is it is justice energy. But you do have remember that really embarrassing thing you did? Isn't it cool that you're not that person anymore, right? So just like a lot of growth. Okay, I'm getting like your rewards coming in. Thanks for, you know, it's like, you know, the wheel of fortune, remember that it comes up and down, right? So like, if things haven't been great, all right, like things are gonna start looking up. You know, what goes around comes around, kind of thing. So if you've been doing well, if you've been doing good for people, the good is gonna come back to you, right? So also this need for you to assess, right? Okay, like you did an embarrassing thing, it's like, okay, well, how have you grown, right? Like, have you changed, right? Because even just like, I'm getting like, even changing your ideas or recognizing, right? Like sometimes, you know, like, yeah, it takes actions to kind of make up for other stuff, right? But even just recognizing, oh dang, like that I shouldn't have done that or something, right? Like that is already growth, right? So even if it means recognizing yourself in that way over here, okay, fire, you know, for some of you, right, like lighting a candle, burning some incense, okay, you know, following your flames, your passions, okay. And then you did have these wands reversed up here as kind of like the issue thing. So for some of you, like maybe getting in touch with your creativity as well, all right, getting started on a new creative pursuit might be important. Lighting candle or burning incense, you know, just to kind of, I don't know, like maybe especially if you're a fire sign, right, like that might be something to kind of get you going, all right, or get your passion started. And then you have meditate, all right. So this need for you to sit with yourself. With this meditate, honestly, I mean, I did write like allow yourself to be still. Okay, some of you might want to follow guided meditations or sound healing, right? Like maybe like sitting in the stillness is kind of a part of the process to eventually get into shadow work, right? But I just really am getting this like a big sense of like the biggest the way that you can take care of yourself right now is by like self-reflection and really honoring yourself, honoring your feelings, and honoring your hurt. That's what I'm getting, you know, that it's like, and allow yourself, you know, to cry, allow yourself to feel, you know, just like I don't know, you know, listen, sorry, is it I turned around, I was gonna say like maybe listen to cathartic things, right? Like if that's gonna help you, it could be like music, right? Because this like the really musically pile over here, you know. So yeah, sorry, this reading is getting kind of long. So sorry about that, but yeah, you know, there's just like this this need for you to be with yourself, you know, and really like know that it's okay, you know, to kind of delve into these shadow parts, you know, because that's ultimately what's going to help you rise, right, and feel more complete, you know, if you can honor that. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and pull a card from the Earthcraft Oracle to wrap up the reading and see if you have any additional messages popping up here. Okay. And you have a sacrifice. All right. And where did I leave the book? I don't know where I left the book. Sorry. Okay, here we go. Found it. And we have 26. All right. Pulling this card could be a sign that you need to commit to something important, even if that means that you have to make a sacrifice in the process, such as pursuing your dream career rather than chasing a big paycheck or learning a new skill at the cost of less relaxation time with your family. You may have to pass on some opportunities, and that may hurt a little in the present, but think of what can be gained from putting all your efforts into achieving your goal. The sacrifice card may also be a call to release an outdated belief about yourself. You may not realize it, but the identity you have constructed for yourself, defining what you can and can't do, is not keeping you safe. All right, that was your message, all right? Because that's like this, you know, this justice, like remember that you're not that person anymore. That's like the I am a survivor card, right? Like that's this like healing energy over here. This is a cage built from your self-limiting thoughts and perspectives, and it could be the very thing keeping you from calling in your desires. Sacrifice I can't believe, and that false feeling of safety for the possibility of more. All right, so yeah, like I'm sorry, you know, take it or leave it, you know, but I really am getting, right, like this need for you to reconcile, right, like that I can't like these negative things that have happened to you and truly transforming them. Okay. And yeah, some of you, I don't know who's trying to communicate with you, but somebody is. Okay, sorry, I don't know, I'm just really getting that. All right. So pile number 3, thank you so much for being here. If that resonated, please feel free to let me know. You can let me know in the form of a like or a comment. I appreciate any and all feedback. Thank you so much, and you know, good luck with this healing journey, you know. Thank you. High pile and number 4, and those of you who chose the Empress from the Luna Soul Tarot. So, you know, I wasn't initially sure if I was going to have the energy. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. So I wasn't sure if I was going to have the energy to do like 4 piles just because I haven't been feeling great. But I don't know, like I really felt like called to do an extra pile. So the Luna Soul Empress was just really calling to me right now. So I don't know. Maybe you haven't been feeling great. I hope you have. But you know, it happens. You know, we're not always. Yeah, you know, you have the 4 discs, you have the 5 of Swords, some challenging times here. There's 2 of Wands. Yeah, you know, a little bit of feelings of stagnancy here. So, all right, so I'm going to say that I am starting here with an energy check, all right? So if this part of the reading resonates for you, then you know that the rest of the messages are for you. But if this, you know, like first 3 cards in the oracles don't resonate with you, then I would say definitely check out a different pile, all right? And if that, sorry. Oh my God, I'm sorry. But yeah, like, man, I'm really feeling it. It's just like, okay. But what was I saying? Yeah, like, check out a different pile. And I don't know, if there are, that, you know, it's always possible there's no messages in this reading. I feel the need to say that, but, you know, I don't know, we'll see. All right, so you do have compassion, you have caregiver. All right, and then you have the four discs, the five swords, and the two of wands here. Okay, so, you know, with compassion and caregiver, some of you might be, I'm getting, I don't know, like, maybe really warned by the demands of taking care of others, you know, like, for some of you it could be just like family, really. uh I'm getting, okay, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say it, like, taking advantage of your nurturing self, right? Taking advantage of the way that you can actually, you know, like, I'm getting an energy of, like, you can handle taking care of others and stuff. So then there's, you know, this conflict over here with people maybe like taking advantage of that, and then like you having to single-handedly, right, deal with everything, you know, in your heart space. And I'm getting that it's a lot of emotional labor, right? Like, having to put a lot of emotional labor into the nourishing of others, the caregiving, having to show compassion, right? When it's like, I'm getting, you know, like, what you want over here is a little bit of that reciprocity, right? Like, having somebody show compassion for you, like, you know, when is somebody gonna take care of you is also kind of what I'm getting here, you know, with the four of discs in your material realm. There is this sense of, you know, what's next. There's a sense of, you know, like, when's your next level up coming is what I'm getting, right? Like, you really thinking about your own growth, but not knowing how to move forward, right? Like, not knowing where the key lies. Sorry, I mean, like, the key's right there, right? But it's almost like there's something's gotta give, something's gotta, like, wow, whoa, sorry, that was way too many cards here. So I'm gonna just take a couple more here to see what else pops up. But yeah, sorry, where was I? But yeah, all right. So, you know, there is this just need for you to explore. Okay, I'm getting that you're feeling the need to charge forward with something. You know, this two of wands, this one in particular really reminds me of the Fool, right? Because it's just like on the ledge, and, you know, with the little bag and everything. You know, I see the Mars and the Aries here. Like, I feel like, anyway, but yeah, like, with that, it's like you're trying to get something started, you're trying to get something going. I'm getting that you want to, like, explore, go on a new venture, right? Like, I'm getting, you know, you get the sense of, like, there is success somewhere else, but you're feeling stuck in something, right? And it might be kind of family or like other responsibilities. For some of you, it could be your health, all right? But there are definitely some setbacks happening here, even though mentally, right, like you want this new beginning, you want a new start, you want to charge forward towards something that's gonna be inspiring you, the making you feel passionate, right, making you, allowing you to embody this wants energy of feeling creative, feeling passionate, feeling, you know, in your power is what I'm getting. All right. So yeah, there might be some setbacks around health. For some of you, you might be taking care of someone right now. It could be like, I don't know, just like I see like kind of an older hand here holding like a younger hand. So like for some of you, like you might be taking care of, you know, one of your elders, and this is kind of keeping you from charging forward. You know, like, make sure that you're taking care of your health, all right? Like, this person's health, right? Like, you're asking, you know, you're being asked to show a lot of compassion towards someone, but, you know, also make sure that you're showing compassion toward yourself. Okay, with this move, I am in, just because move came with cleanse and health and setback, I am getting, you know, and I don't, please know that I don't mean this in like any sort of like body shaming way or anything, right? It's obviously like move to the best of your capacity and ability, but I am getting a message about, you know, like, you know, try to go for walks, you know, maybe like I need to kind of move a little bit for, you know, just, you know, to make sure that you're like de-stressing, right? Like, it could be like a meditation walk, it could could be, you know, just like, I don't know, for some of you, exercise itself can be a form of like stress relief, right? Like finding, and it, like, you know, like I said, I don't mean this in like a shaming way. And like, I know that, you know, I don't know, like, I mean, I'm getting this image of, you know, I mean, I remember having like 3 jobs, and it's like, what? Like, I have to move from one job to the other. I don't have time to like go and deliberately exercise, right? Or whatever, right? But it's like, you know, just kind of like an energy of, uh I don't know, like I'm getting like doing something for yourself as well, you know, with cleanse and health, you know, like you know, cleanse, it could be like a health cleanse sort of thing, you know, right? Like, see, this is the thing, like I feel like I'm teeter-tottering on like, I don't want you to feel like I'm food shaming or anything like that, you know, but for some of you, right, like that could be helpful, right? Like getting rid of things, like getting rid of foods that are bringing you more fatigue, right? Kind of, I'm getting paying attention, right? It's like, you know, I love bread, but if I eat a lot of bread, I'm gonna get a sugar rush because, you know, like, anyway, I don't know, right? Sorry, that was, you know what, don't listen to me. But you know, I mean, yeah, like, I mean, like, let's be real, right? Like, it happens. No, but you know what I mean, right? Like, I know like it can be really hard, right? But it's kind of like almost, I'm getting this energy of balancing, you know, like, is that, you know, piece of candy really going to be worth the headache that you might get, right? Like, if you have all that sugar or whatever, right? I mean, and you know, like I said, I'm not saying it in a shaming way, but just really in like, you know, especially I'm getting like the sense of you feeling a little stressed, right? And kind of overwhelmed, because yeah, so, you know, if this is your energy, there's a sense of, you know, other responsibilities really calling to you, but you're trying to charge forward in something with yourself and you're feeling a little set back. Your health might be suffering, all right? If that's your energy, I'm going to go ahead and get into the rest of the tarot. Actually, I'm going to start with the Tarot of Oppositions to see what messages are here for you about how to balance this energy, all right? All right, so we do have, all right, let me get this going. Okay, so you do have the Seven of Cups, yeah. You have the Tower, and you have the Ten of Pentacles, okay, yeah. So for some of you, how do you start balancing this energy? All right, like, you've been looking, goodness, okay, sorry. Not, okay. I'm not laughing at you, I promise. It's just, okay. You've been looking at your options, right? Like, in your material realm, I'm getting that right now, your options feel limited, right? It's almost like, man, my choices are not the best choices, you know? Like, you know, you might be kind of like, your opportunities might feel like they're lacking, but you know, how do you start balancing that? You know, start kind of dreaming up, start balancing, you know, start thinking about, you know, what is on the opposite end, you know, especially if you're thinking about, you know, this new beginning, this Two of Wands energy over here is all about exploring different options and exploring alternative solutions, because the Seven of Cups doesn't just bring you, you know, I mean, you know, it brings you like the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, you know, everything, right? So it brings you all of the choices, right? So to really kind of key in and start focusing on like, okay, what are my actual options here, all right? For some of you, you know, just like with the Tower in your heart space, there's something that you need to let go of, okay? There's something that you are being asked to release, to destroy, to move away from, all right? The Tower, I know that it can be, you know, a really scary energy for some of us, and people, you know, like, might find it a little daunting, but really, you know, because this isn't like kind of like an advice, right? It's not like what's coming next or whatever. It's like, your advice is to allow yourself to have a Tower moment, to destroy something that is not working for you, to burn it down and tear it up so that you can rebuild, you know, like, what do you need to let go of? Who do you need to let go of, you know? And that way you can start thinking of your Ten of Pentacles, all right? Like, so it's like mentally you're being asked to think about what your future looks like for you. You know, it could be like a partnership ship. Oh my goodness, sorry. It could be a partnership, it could be a union, right? Like, what you're imagining with a person and the future that you want to create together. It could be by yourself, right? Like, what future do I want for myself? What do I want my legacies to be, my new projects, my life goals, my careers, my life paths, right? Like, all of that stuff. But whatever the Ten of Pentacles looks like for you, you're being asked to assess it, to think about, you know, I'm getting like, think about your wildest dreams, all right? Because that's ultimately what's it's going to allow you to release the things that are not working for you. All right. So that's a little bit about how you start, balancing this energy. So I'm going to go ahead and get into some action steps for self-care, and action steps to, what do you need to do as you work with this energy over here, all right? So you do have the moon reversed. You have the Eight of Wands, yeah. And then you have the Six of Cups. Wow, all right. So with the moon reversed over here in your material realm, I'm getting that you not accessing your feelings, right? Like you not allowing yourself to think about, the new beginnings that you want. You not allowing yourself to think about how you are feeling, plagued, or like you're wanting to let go of something, or, you're thinking about not thinking about the future right now. Like that's a little bit of what's holding you down, right? So you're being asked to access that, okay? Because the moon reversed, to me, it's all about, it's like you're keeping secrets from yourself, so what are those secrets that you're keeping from yourself? What is it what are the true desires, right, that you're keeping? Like what is it that your heart actually wants? What is it that you are trying to charge forward in? Because your heart is trying to charge forward towards something, and it's funny because like these eight of wands feel like they're going toward the Two of Wands, and I'm just really getting and or kind of like the Six of Cups over here. All right, so for some of you it could be love, for some of you it's like a new experience, a new adventure, like just your true passion over here, like I was saying, something that makes you feel good with that you want to charge forward toward, like a creative pursuit. It could be like a new person for some of you with the Six of Cups coming up, like just your future in general. All right, like your heart is wanting this new beginning, and you're being asked to kind of, I'm getting like, take a little bit of action here, recognize your feelings, and start kind of like, let your heart feel is really what I'm getting. Let your heart say, you know what, this is what I want. Like let your, with this other energy of, compassion and caregiving and things like that, maybe you've been so preoccupied with taking care of others, but it's like, have you been taking care of yourself? Because sometimes it's like, I think I said earlier, maybe like you want somebody to take care of you, but it's like, you know what, that doesn't always happen. Sometimes, you need to learn how to parent yourself. You need to learn how to have compassion for yourself, so how are you doing that? Because your heart is wanting this, so allow that to happen, with this, the Six of Cups and the, like, I don't know, it's very reminiscent of kind of like an older hand and a younger hand over here. So for some of you, you might have some like family wounds, or like some childhood wounds, or something, parent wounds that you might kind of need to address here, or reconcile. But I am getting the message of I don't know, like some of you might be waiting for some sort of reconciliation. It could be with a family member, it could be with a loved one, just because this, I don't know, like under the Ten of Pentacles over here. But the biggest message that I'm getting with the Six of Cups, and this particular Six of Cups right here, is planting seeds, like really thinking about the little steps that you can start taking toward your passion, okay? So back to this Seven of Cups energy of looking at alternative options, of exploring different venues, thinking about what this future looks like for you. And it's like, you don't have to have a full-fledged plan, right? You can just start thinking about, what can you do today? What can you do this week? What can you start, working toward, that's gonna, I don't know, spark you, help you feel unstuck, right? Like what, which of these, sorry, which of these balls can you let go of so that you can go and reach for the key, like, so which of the responsibilities can you delegate or release, or whatever, so that you can start planting your own seed over here, and and it's, I'm getting, like right now, at least in this moment, it's about like recognizing your feelings, because you have the Six of Cups in your mental spiritual space. So it's really like, recognize these feelings, and start like thinking about it and planning about it, like I'm getting, how do I say this? I'm not getting like a super like act on it right now sort of thing. Like you might still be kind of, you might have some setbacks over here, right? Like you might still kind of have these other responsibilities, but I'm getting like, at least start planning for it, like, does that make sense? Like, because it's like, like I said, I'm getting that, like, like you're not even allowing yourself to recognize these wants or these needs, right? So there's just this need for you to sit with that and plant the seeds of like, what are the little things that I can start taking, even if you don't start acting like right away, it's like it's coming, right? Like the energy is coming for you, okay? So as you're sitting in this energy and processing your feelings and all that good stuff, let's see what sort of self-care can you, you know, delve into or partake in. Okay, so you have 20, 12, wind. Sorry, I wanted some green ones. Let me see if I can get some green ones. I'm sorry, just to kind of switch it up, just because they have like different messages. Okay, sorry. All right. No, this is not a mistake. I intended this to be blank. All right. Okay, so you do have, yeah, maybe you just didn't need that much green right now. Sorry. Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know what that meant. All right. So you do have, I understand. See, like, you know, okay, because what I meant with this blank card over here is like, I left it blank intentionally because it's like, you know, and you understand, right? Like with this, I understand. I'm getting the, like, you know what you need to do. You know that you've been repressing things from yourself. You know that there is something that you are wanting to do and that you need to sit with. You're just kind of not allowing yourself to do that, you know? But it's like, you understand, you know, like you get it, like you know what you need to do. You do have a 20, which is like the judgment card, or like an awakening over here, waiting for you, you know. Sing your heart out. Some of you, music might be important to you, you know. With sing your heart out, you might just, some of you, yeah, I don't know, maybe that's part of the passion over here that you're trying to start, okay? But ultimately, it's a card of like awakening to a new version of yourself, which is what, right, like what this is kind of saying over here, you know, like welcoming in, you know, these new passions, you know, being able to take care of yourself, you know, recognizing your needs in the future that you are craving over here and what you need to let go. Explore different venues over here. Go out and explore. Yeah, see, that's that exploring energy with the Two of Wands as well. You know, and for this, for as a form of self-care, you know, it's like if you can go out and go on a little mini adventure just to, you know, gain new perspectives, look at different things, okay? If you can't do that, you know, switch up the rooms in which you're sitting, you know, look at a different type of, you know, TV show or whatever, right? Like to the capacity to which you can, you know, take an alternative, you know, route to work or whatever, right? Like if you can, you know, or walk a different way home, I don't know. But, you know, I'm just getting the sense of like, switching things up a little bit, you know, for yourself to get you in this comfort, right? Of like, okay, what can I get rid of? You know, like, you know, trying new things, really. You know, with 17, wind or slash air, you know, for some of you, you might be like air signs, or I don't know why I got that. Like, I'm not really getting like super air energy, but I am getting this need for you to like take a deep breath, right? For some of you, breath work might be important. Make sure that you can calm yourself down, you know, when you're feeling a little stressed over here. Like, you know, with the whole breeze thing, like I really am getting like that go outside situation, okay? Which is funny because over here we have blanket burrito. So for some of you, yeah, you know, it's okay. It's okay to curl up. You know, this is with the feelings thing over here. So what I'm getting really with this is like, it's okay to curl up into a blanket burrito over here. That's what I'm getting. Like, sorry, this just looks like a blanket burrito to me. Am I crazy? Maybe. I mean, yeah, but still. Sorry. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. But yeah, you know, it's like, you know, gaze into a blanket, get in touch with your feelings, all right? So, you know, that is like some of the self-care here, you know, because we didn't get, yeah, touch something soft, okay, sorry, because we didn't get like that extra one. I was like, let me just get another one. Touch something soft, a pet, a blankie, all right? Moisturize, touch a squishy, all right? Some of you, like, you might be like, touch people, you know, maybe you need a hug, all right? Ask kids, there's somebody you can hug, give yourself a butterfly hug, you know, like that sort of situation, okay? But yeah, you know, as far as taking care of yourself, I'm getting music, go outside, and, you know, make sure that you feel like cozy and warm. You know, it's almost like, you know, curl up after a day out kind of situation, if that makes sense. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pull a card from the Earthcraft Oracle here, see what other messages there are for you to wrap up this reading. And you have light. Oh, that's a good card. I remember this. I mean, I'm going to read it, but I remember this when I was, you see, I was studying it. All right. Living your life through your heart means acting on your passions, speaking your truth, and being your authentic self, no matter the people or circumstances surrounding you. Your dreams and desires are waiting patiently behind dark clouds that are preventing your heart from spreading light throughout your soul. Do not look to others to tell you who you should be. Only you can manifest the future you desire. Your light is a beacon for all your hopes and dreams, drawing them in to you. Okay? So, yes, like, it's like, for some of you, like, some of this past energy over here, right? Like, the challenging thing is like, it could be like family trying to, right, like kind of tying you down or something, like these other responsibilities, but it's like, you know like you get to be your own person as well, I mean, obviously, like, what that means for you, and how much you can actually, like, I'm getting, like, delegate or detach, depending on your situation, but it's like definitely, honor yourself. Like, don't let others tell you who you should be. Okay, only you can manifest the future you desire. I'm gonna leave it there, pile 4. I hope that made sense. If anything resonated, made sense, let me know. I would appreciate any feedback. You can leave me feedback in the form of a like or a comment. Thank you so much for being here. All right, and good luck on your journey. Thank you.